Hello everyone and welcome back guys to Gran Turismo Sport. Finally back with another episode of the Manufacturers series. It's not that I haven't been racing in this, I've done pretty much every race. Unfortunately I had to miss round 3 as it was my sister's birthday. I just haven't got round to uploading the videos yet. They're all recorded, they're all just obviously need to be edited down and commentated. So hopefully over the next couple of weeks I will be bringing back more of the GT Sport Manufacturers series from the 2020 pre-season. Obviously, at the time of recording this, actually only one round to go of the pre-season. So yeah, hopefully over the next couple of weeks, before the new championship kicks off, we will get the rest of these videos out. But yeah, we're here for round 4. It's Group 3 cars at Tokyo this time out. We'll wait and see as to how this goes. I'd never actually done a lap around this version of Tokyo before practice. So yeah, it was going to be an interesting one, to say at the very least. We somehow still managed to stick it on P3 on the grid here, behind a Toyota and a Mercedes on pole position. But yeah, a long race ahead of us, 18 laps around this circuit. It's going to be a good sort of 25-26 minute race, if I'm not mistaken. And this version of Tokyo, it features the one, the only, the Death Chicane as well. So we'll wait and see as to how that goes. But getting ready then on the grid for the start of this race. It's 5 lights and it's lights out, and away we go. The Toyota just in front of us does not get off to a good getaway there, so we're going to instantly be able to look past him on the run down towards turn 1. And the Mercedes just up in front doing a little bit of zigzagging, not too sure what that's all about, as we head down in towards the first braking zone there, straight up into P2 of this race there. And that was absolutely the perfect start that we needed. Hopefully we can try and apply pressure to the Mercedes. Obviously, as you can see, based on the track map, a lot of one huge straight around this circuit, and it's definitely going to be slipstream. It's going to be so key around here. You know, you need to remain in the suck zone around this circuit so much here. So we'll wait and see as to how this goes. Coming out of the hairpin then on to the straight. This track as well, very odd in the fact that the pit lane is actually halfway around the lap. Yes, never have I seen that in a racetrack before, but this is Tokyo, and I guess you've got to stick a pit lane in the middle of the city wherever you can. As we head down the long straight, where they can see already having a look past the Mercedes as we head into the tunnel there. Nicely moved, done, no contact, nothing like that, but it did instantly say to me, it looks like these guys were actually starting on a set of the medium compound tyres. We were starting on the softs as we head up towards the top of the hill there. So it's going to be interesting to see how we fare with all this as we head now down in towards the Death Chicane for the first time there. Ride the curbs as best as possible, then try to monitor the throttle on the exit there. The end of lap 1, we have gone from 3rd to 1st in this racer, and that was the absolute perfect start that we needed here tonight. But unfortunately for me, the Mercedes now just behind us still, so we're really going to have to try and break him out of the slipstream over the next couple of laps. And as we head on to lap 5, that's exactly what we've done actually. Able to build up about a 2-second margin actually, but now be a Spaniard up into P2 there ahead of the Mercedes. As we head now down in towards the Death Chicane though, you can see trying to attack the curbs as best as possible there, and unfortunately the Elgato, my capture card there, just lags out ever so slightly, but we get a huge tank slapper on the exit of the corner there, and unfortunately for me, a 3-second time penalty as well for that collision with the barrier there. So that's not exactly what we needed here. The tyres were really starting to go off as well quite early on in this race, and now the Nissan GTR, probably the quickest car around this circuit. Trying to have a look around the outside in towards turn 1 there, squeezes me a little bit on the inside, just a tiny bit of contact, and we just make contact again. They go for a pirouette through turn 1 there, and that is a big mistake. A lot more tyre wear as well on the car there, and yeah, that's not what we needed in this race here. And I mean, GT Sport, we're still learning this game at the moment, and already I can feel just how much the tyres have started to go off in just the opening 6 laps of this race. We're probably going to have to dive into the pit lane as soon as possible here as we head now down in towards the hairpin though. We're not actually going to dive into the pit lane. The back end's going to completely rotate around on us. We pick up another 1.5 second penalty there, and this is all going very pear-shaped very quickly in this race. And I mean, hindsight, it's a beautiful thing in this one. Unfortunately, I just didn't appear to use it today. Now serving our 4.5 second penalty, trying to get the car going again there. We're going to lose even more places. Another couple of cars fly past us here as we head now down this long back straightaway, and you can just see the Italian behind us, that gap just dropping so quickly to him as well here. And by the end of lap 7, we'd finally finally been able to limp it back round to the pit lane here. We're going to go on to a fresh set of, I think, the medium compounded tyres, and yeah, we were basically now at the rear of the field. We're going to pit for fuel, get as much fuel as we need to hopefully take us right the way through to the end here, and we've now, again, got to serve a 1.5 second penalty here. Back down into P16 of the race. This is, yeah, very quickly gone very, very badly here on GT Sport. We spent basically the entirety of lap 6 just trying not to spin around as best as possible here. End of lap 10 though, a few more drivers now starting to make their pit stops and still struggling with the tyre wear there. Back up now into P13 of the race. We were doing alright at the moment, but there was still a long, long way to go here. Only halfway through at the moment, but already 32 seconds off the race leader. And considering we were leading this race just 6 laps ago, it really does show just how quickly GT Sport can go very, very wrong for you as we head through the hairpin once again. We're going to be able to make up another places through the pit stop window here. And yeah, most people opting for the one-stop strategy. I've got no idea how they kept their tyres in such good nick. Obviously, I guess, you know, I hadn't played GT Sport in a while, and the end of lap 13, we're going to have to dive it in for yet another pit stop in this race. We've got a 3-second time penalty as well from, I'm guessing, more wall collisions. Yeah, back out now of the pit lane, down in P16 of the race, and it's probably going to be P17 here, as it looks like the Belgian just behind us is obviously going to be closing in thick and fast. We've got a 3-second time penalty as well, and is he going to fly past us? Yes, he does. And yeah, we've gone from the lead to basically last inside 8 laps here. And I mean, we were trying to look for a silver lining at the moment, and there really just didn't appear to be one as we head on to lap 16 of the race. But this is what GT Sport is all about at the end of the day. You know, it is still a learning curve for me. It's a very, very weird game in a time model sense and everything like that. Strategy is so, so important on here as we head back past the Belgian just a couple of laps later here. But yeah, this is obviously what I sort of wanted to show you on GT Sport. It doesn't always go well. In fact, for me on GT Sport, quite often it does the opposite of going well at the end of the day. But it's important that we learn from these mistakes as well. On to the end, though, of lap 18, you can see we closed up quite a bit to P15 there as we head now down in towards the dash chicane one final time in this race. The only silver lining we really had was the fact that we'd set the fastest lap there, tried to get on the power out of the dash chicane once again there. And down in towards the final couple of corners of this race, we would actually pick up P15. No idea what happened to the GTR driver there, but we're going to jump in with about 2 seconds before the start-finish line there. So P15 at the end of the day here on GT Sport, and a lot to learn from that race. Yeah, really not what we needed at the end of the day, especially considering we were the #1 car there. 58 points on the board, and I mean, we've had one high so far this championship. We've now had 2 lows, so hopefully next time out, I think we're at Majore, or however you're meant to pronounce it, we can try and have a bit of a better result there. But like I said, you know, these races, I only give myself one chance, and I've sort of wanted to showcase to you guys what did happen this time round. We will be back though soon with the next round of the championship. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video nonetheless, and yeah, hopefully I will see you guys then.